Hey guys, welcome to Whispers in Ink. Today, you guys, we are multitasking. You are going to love this. We're not only doing Card Making 101 today, but we're also doing day 3 of the 6 Days of Valentine ideas. I am super excited to share with you some amazing little tricks, you guys, and a super fun Valentine project that you are going to love. So come on and let me show you what we got going on here. I have one piece of 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. All right. I also have a spool, you guys. This is the ribbon that comes with the Be Mine Suite, but it is called the Sweet Sorbet bordered ribbon. So I'm going to be using this today. And I'm super excited because I'm also using this Layering Leaves stamp for a couple of possibilities. We can use Sending Hugs for Valentine's. We could do For You for Valentine's. You could even do the So Happy and mask that off, or Celebrate You and mask that top part off. There are so many possibilities about what you could do with this stamp set for Valentine's Day. So I'm really super excited. We're only going to be keeping it basically simple today because of this being a Card Making 101. I want to keep the supplies to a minimum, you guys, because when you start out, you don't have a ton of stuff, right? And that's okay. So, and know that you don't have to use this stamp set, obviously. But this stamp set also has a coordinating punch, which I did not pull in for this, but it is an amazing stamp set to have because of all the different things that you can do with all of these different sentiments. But here is the main thing that we're going to be using today, you guys. This is the paper trimmer. For those of you that have not taken a look at the Stampin' Up! Paper trimmer, you guys have seen me use this. I use it all the time. I have a bunch of tricks for you with it in a whole bunch of different videos. Like I've put, and mine is dirty. I probably should have cleaned it before showing it. There's numbers on the carriage here. You guys, it goes all the way to 17 inches. 17 inches. That is crazy. The other thing that I love about this trimmer is that you can cut a card base, just a regular card base, which I know we haven't discussed yet, but you can cut a regular card base without opening the arm, which I love. It just makes it a ton easier when you're cutting multiple things, okay? But we're going to get into that in next week's video for the Card Making 101. But what I want to show you today, if my little computer would cooperate, I want to discuss some measurements, you guys. Go ahead, if you're one like me that struggles with measurements, please go ahead and take a screenshot of this. This is on my Mystery Card Night group in Facebook, because I don't try not to do 3/16, but I definitely do 8ths when I'm doing measurements. So this I know helps lots of people. But I also want you to know that this is helpful to anybody. That's why I want you to take a screenshot, because having this little measurement tool in your arsenal is going to be so helpful. And I'm going to bring this back up again next week. Okay? So don't worry. If you missed it this time, you'll have a chance next time. So here's what we're going to do. We're taking our Sweet Sorbet cardstock, and I do want to use red for this. You notice I did open the arm, and you guys, it's super easy. It kind of locks into place underneath, and then you can flip it over and it just comes out. And when you do it the first time, I will tell you that it is a little tough. All right, you feel like you're breaking it, but you don't. Trust me. All right, so I'm going to take my cardstock with the long across the top, and I'm going to cut this at 8 inches. Now, I always say dark is death, and this is the light. So what I mean by dark is death is that when you use the dark blade, it kills part of your paper, right? All right, so this is 8 inches. So I'm going to take 1/4 of a turn, and I'm going to cut this at 8 inches. Okay, now I don't want to use this one, the dark one. I don't want to use that. But what I want to do is I want to use the lighter one because that's what makes the scores. So this is 8 inches long, and I want to make a basket, you guys. So we're going to do 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches. And I'm scoring that on all 4 sides. 2.5 there, gonna 1/4 turn, do 2.5 here, and then I'm gonna do another 1/4 turn, and I'm gonna do 2.5 here. And then we've got one more, because that way then we do all 4 sides, 2.5. Just like that. Okay, you'll see the indentations. Now, I did go back and forth whenever I did it because I like to be able to see my scores. Now, this is cardstock. If you were doing this basket with a designer series paper, you would not want to press that hard. Trust me on that. You would not. So the next thing is we're going to take this piece and we're going to cut just these 2 scores from the bottom all the way up to the next score. So see the score line right here? I want to cut from here to there, and then I want to do the same thing on this side. All right, so we're going to take our scissors and we're just doing all the way up to that score line on one side. And then we want to do 1/2 of a turn. So our little flappies are up at the top, and we want to cut these down here. Again, from the bottom all the way to the score. There. And here. All right, so you got 3 flaps up here, and you've got 3 flaps down here. Now what we're going to do, I want to fold the side that I did not cut there and there. And then we're going to fold these. You guys, this is not hard, I promise. It makes sense. So take your time. You can do it. So here's the next thing that I want to do. I'm going to take these 2 little flaps here, and I want them to come to a point up at the top. See the basket that we get? Isn't that cute? Kind of think Chinese takeout, but not perfectly square, because I want this point up here. Because what we're going to do is we're going to tuck a little bit of glue behind this piece and this piece, because then we're going to pop a hole in here for our ribbon. Now, there are a couple of ways to do this basket. Okay, you could use a stapler, which I don't want to do because I don't like having the sharp points on the inside. Okay, I would rather use ribbon, put a little bit of glue and use ribbon so that I can tie a knot here, tie a knot on the inside, and the inside is soft. You don't have to worry about cutting any candy bags. You don't have to worry about cutting anybody's finger or anything like that. So, but see what we're doing here? So here's what we have. Here's where our flaps are. And I'm going to tuck the middles in, and I'm going to bring these 2 points together. That's what I want to do. All right, so I'm going to take this, and I have, you guys, you can use any hole punch that you have. I just wanted a small, skinny hole punch. And I wanted to go through this back flap here. See where there's that flap there? I want to make sure that it catches that. And there's our little hole. So then, because it's easier to me to do it with the holes on, where the holes are, I'm going to put a little piece of glue, a little section of glue there, and a little section there. And then we're going to line up our holes like that. And we're going to hold this for a second so that our basket will stay put together. There's that. Now we're going to do the same thing on this other side. So we're going to bring our 2 points together up here. We're going to hold it. We're going to bring in our hole punch. Make sure that it's on that back flap. And I am trying to make sure that it's underneath that little point. There's our hole for our ribbon. Now we're going to do our glue. And then line up our holes again. Where are you? There you are. So that it looks like that. And then you can very easily see that hole there. Okay? So there's your basket. But you need a handle, right? I know I like handles. That's what we did the hole punch for. But if you like just this basket, go for it. So I'm going to roll my end of my ribbon and pull it through. And then I'm going to kind of guess how much ribbon I want. And it is a guess, you guys. Seriously, it's whatever you think is correct. Short handle, long handle, that's entirely up to you, what you want. But I'm not going to do the handle yet because I want to do a little sentiment first. And I do think that I think we're just going to use that for you. And I'm going to use these little speckles too. If you have a heart, you could put hearts on here. And I was thinking of that, but I wanted to try to use something kind of simple. And what we're going to do is I'm going to take, this is a scrap piece of white, but let me see if I have a smaller one that will work. I think that this one would work. Yes. No. Well, yeah, it'll be tight, but it'll work. So what I want to do is I want to stamp in the sweet sorbet, and then I'm going to take a piece that we cut off, and I'm going to put it in the back as an extra little something something. So first we need to stamp though first. Stamp our for you. I want to look. Is that? Yeah, it is in there. Okay. We're going to, tap too hard. You're going to get that extra ink on there. See that? So we don't want that. I must have been leaning one way or the other. So I cleaned it off, and all I want to do, if you're new, if you have brand new ink, you guys, all you have to do is place it on the top. And then you don't have to worry because you get that clean ink outline on your sentiments. And then we'll put that on here. I love my glass mat, you guys. This is so nice. So there's our For You, and I intentionally left room up here so we could punch another hole. So what I'm thinking is I want a line like that. So this is going to be too long, but this is how long? 3 inches. So now back to the math. Your sentiment only has to be as tall as, or your sentiment piece, your white piece here, only has to be as tall as your sentiment. Whatever sentiment you use. Mine is 1 inch, but I know that this one is 3 inches wide, so I want to go down. This is what I talk about when I say you want to go down 1/4 of an inch. So this one is 3 inches wide, so I'm going down to 2 3/4 for my full sentiment piece. Yes, it's big, but I'm going to flag this end and I'm going to put a hole punch up here. So now, because we know that that is 1 inch, I'm going to take this piece and I'm adding 1/4 of an inch. So I go from 1 inch to 1 1/4, and that's going to be the background layer for that. So this piece is 1 inch. This piece is 1 1/4. And see that nice reveal that we get all the way around? That's adding just 1/4 of an inch. So I'm going to flag this first. And what I mean by flag is I'm going to put the little points on the end. And when I do that, I go up from the middle, and then I go from one side, and I'm going from the point up to the line that I created. So from there up to there. And that's what I mean by a flag. So what we're going to do next is I'm going to take this piece here, and I'm going to do a flag on this Sweet Sorbet piece, or the red piece. And it's not going to quite be exact, because I should have went a little bit longer, but it'll be close enough. It'll still look good. There we go. And then obviously those are garbage pieces. So then we have that. There's our flag on both pieces, and they line up, right? Because that's always the key for me. I like them to line up. I'm weird like that. Yes, I am. All right, so now I have one dimensional, and I'm putting it down here. Because what's going to end up happening is I don't want to put a dimensional here, because that's where we got to punch through, and I'm not going to be able to do that punch through that dimensional piece. And that was just my Stampin' Scrub, so no worries. So there's that. Now we have two choices. Choice number one is, and this is the easy choice, you can pull this through here and it'll automatically hang on your handle. Or if you have extra ribbon of any sort, you can take this and tie it onto your handle. I am going to just put it through on my handle. That's why I didn't want to connect it yet. So now it's on my handle. And we're gonna knot one side, and it's just a regular old knot. And then pull, and then we're gonna run this one in here like we did the first one, and we're gonna pull it to make another knot. Just like that. And then pull the handle. So now we have this cute basket for candy, for presents, for whatever that you want to use it for. So this is, you guys, and here is an easy way to make a 3D project as a gift with not a lot of stuff, okay? One piece of cardstock, a little bit of ribbon, and then some white and ink and a stamp. That's it. That's all you need to make something super cute, personalized. Do you have to use sweet sorbet? No. Could you have used real red? Yes. Could you have used cherry cobbler, pink? You could have used petal pink or berry burst or whatever color you want in regards to the cardstock. Now, I do want to point out you can do this same basket with designer series paper. Remember though, if you're using designer series paper, you will want to be sure to not press real hard when you score it, or else you'll split the pattern paper. DSP is pattern paper, right? So you don't want to press real hard with your scorer, and you're going to want to make sure to pick a pattern that is not too one-dimensional. So you want to make it so that it can be viewed from any side, right? So nothing with words on it, so that you don't have to worry about paying attention to what directions the words are or things like that. But if you have any questions, you guys, about this basket, go ahead and put it in the comments, because you know I do come back and check. And I love answering your questions, you guys. So I hope that even for my newer folks, okay, I know you can do it, because it's not just about the inspiration, it's about telling you that you can do it, because I know you can. We can do it step by step together. I hope you have an amazing day getting crafty, you guys. I hope that you've enjoyed day 3. We're halfway through. I've got 3 more to go. And tomorrow's is live, you guys. And I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. This one is one of my favorite ones, you guys. I probably should save it to last, but we're going to do it now. I hope you have an amazing day getting crafty. I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.